Each one of them, a 10 is perfect, a 1 is the worst you could have. And businesses that are better than 30 across all four, well, that's a fund it. That's a fundable business model. Businesses that are less than 30 but more than 20, that's a fix it. You've got some problems in the model. And businesses that are less than 20, that's a flee it. This is probably not right for your business to do.
I think it's not just the people who are looking for a new opportunity or people who don't currently have a business. I personally think at the moment, every single person on the planet, and in that disruption, everyone has the opportunity to rethink whether they want a different opportunity or whether they want to pivot. It's the perfect time. I look at simple things. Businesses as a thing on their own have to be taken in consideration with who's the entrepreneur. So something that's a great opportunity for Cody may be just a disaster for me, and likewise, things that we can then leverage. And then I'm just going to have a look at 3 little things. I'm going to say, this idea that you've got going forward, does this address someone's pain, right? Is there some sort of problem that this solves, and we could measure that, right? Because the next thing is, does that type of person who I'm going to solve that for, do they have money to spend? Because ultimately, 60% of all the money is in the top 10%. So groups that tend to have money is business owners, executives, people who've got accumulated wealth. So you're looking at
the people who are considering starting their first business. I like the pain, passion, profession angle of typically it'll be something that comes from a personal pain that you overcame, whether it's you had an eating disorder or you have kids who have allergies and you figured out how to pack lunches or you figured out how to store stuff for twice as long because of some thing that